Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and greetings to you, my dear, beautiful, beloved friends. It is a great pleasure to be here. And this is, although I am not in a place to have favorites, but if I was, this would be one of my favorite teaching subjects, because it is forever growing and expanding, and it is forever relevant. It is not something that you just do once or through a crisis, but indeed, beloved ones, as I've mentioned to many times, something that I would invite you all to do every single day. We're going to talk a little, dear ones, about the vibrations and the energies. We're going to talk a little bit about the traditions. We're going to talk a little bit about the rituals and the ceremonies. And then, of course, you are all going to have an experience, an opportunity for yourselves to feel these vibrations, to be the grand alchemist that you are, and to transform these energies. So, I'm bringing the vibration of release. I'm bringing the energy of light. I am bringing the energy of healing. And indeed, I am bringing with me the gathering of many masters. And each and every one of you are a tribe in yourself. And you represent a community, you represent a tribe, you represent not only a human tribe, but of course, a spiritual, a cosmic, and a universal tribe. So, for many, the process of letting go, the process of release happens when you are either forced or you are feeling pressured, or you are feeling put on a situation, and this can be very difficult for you to feel that something that you have loved, or something you've relied upon, or something important to you is now no longer in your life. So for many, there is the big letting goes that you have through death, when you lose someone that you love, that is dear. The big letting goes that you have through an ending of a relationship or a marriage, a friendship, the ending of a job or a financial situation, or a moving of home, something that puts you into a crisis and into a turmoil, when things seem like they have been forced upon you, that you have not had a choice. Indeed, beloved friends, these times can be very painful, and indeed there can be a great deep sense of grief within this experience. And I want to help to support you understand the concept of suffering, and to help you recognize how you can eliminate a lot of suffering from your lives. There is, of course, the suffering that happens when you grieve, and grief is a process that you will go through when anything ends or changes. It can even be a small thing that changes, like your favorite restaurant closes down, or you can't get a certain product that you used to love or want. These are all forms of letting go. These are all forms of changes. Everything is impermanent. So if you recognize that everything is changing, and it is meant to change, because that is part of the evolution of your journey, is to grow and to move. then you will realize that anyone or anything that is happening in your life at this time is a gift and is a moment, a short moment, maybe a long moment, an opportunity for you to feel yourself, see yourself, grow within yourself, to heal, to give, to receive, and to evolve beyond that which you already are and have been. So every day you are picking up energy in your interactions, in your auto car or walking, or your computers, your telephones. There are always things that are happening and moving all of the time. And so these things are influencing you and are affecting you, and they are changing your vibration. Anything you interact with, even if you look at it, you don't even need to speak to it. You look at something, you have touched it with your vibration, you have touched it with your energy, and you on some level have absorbed a part of that energy into your consciousness. There is so much that you think that you don't see, but you can retrieve. This is often done in hypnotherapy and regression, because you are observing things all of the time. You are taking things in. So it is, what are you taking in, and how is this supporting your life, or how is this hindering your life, and what are you doing with it? The perfect situation would be at the end of each day, before you go to your bed, you would take 5 or 10 moments to reflect. How was my day today? How did I respond to life? How did life respond to me? Is there something I could have done differently, in a different way, said a different way, thought about in a different way? Was there something that I could have learned from this experience? Is there something that I'm sitting with that I haven't been able to resolve? Have I had some kind of conflict or dispute, or is there something happening in my life that I feel powerless around? And what am I going to do with this? Sometimes you're ready to let go of things. Sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're not willing. Sometimes you're not ready. And sometimes you haven't got the learning from it, the experience from it. And so that is why sometimes it is difficult to release things, even though you know that it has done its time. When something starts to feel uncomfortable, you will start to think about it and process. And that thought and that process sends out vibrations into the universe. And they have a reaction and they have a response to you. When you get to a point where you say, I know that this needs to change, but I don't know how to do it. I need help. No matter where you are or what you're doing, the help will be found. So the vibration of that help will reflect the vibration of you and what you will receive. So someone who's an atheist is not going to accept an angel landing on his front step with a note from God giving him advice of what to do now. So they might get a message through a book, or through some music, or a colleague at work, or someone who says something to them. Whatever they are willing. People that are very religious, they may get their response directly from God or from their guides or their angelic beings. For some that work with animals, totem animals, and have animals, they have messages from their animals. And those that love beloved Mother Earth and work in their garden, sometimes a rose, an open rose, or a new flower in the garden, or a new caterpillar or butterfly can be the message that communes something to them. So there is always messages that are coming to you, beloved ones, if you're open to listening, if you're opening to receive. So it is about how open are you? So many people get caught up in their addictive thinking of the problems that even if you took them away and said, do you want to resolve this? I can help you. They would say, well, give me a few days. I need some more time to think about this and worry about this and stress about this before I'm ready to do some work. How many of you have noticed yourselves when you are going through a crisis and you think, I need to sit and meditate or write a journal or go for a walk or sit and get some clarity? And the next thing you know, you're distracting yourself by watching the television, or you're on the computer, or you're seeing a friend. And it's not that any of that is wrong. It just means you're delaying your happiness. You're delaying your success. You're delaying your well-being and avoiding the very thing that you need, which is love and reassurance and clarity. And that's not going to happen when you're busy and your mind is clogged up with everything else that's going on around you. So what is the resistance to happiness? What is the resistance for you making that time to say that you're important enough to do what is right for you, even if you have planned to do something else? This is really, really important, especially now. It is not a luxury, it's a necessity, beloved friends. So many things are happening. Through different times in history, there are revolutionary changes and shifts that people have to navigate and change and let go of. You have industrial revolutions, you have the all kinds of different times where there's been war and there's been conflict. Now you're all in the middle of this pandemic, but beyond it being a pandemic, you're in the middle of a spiritual evolution. So what this means is love, harmony, well-being is now the priority. So there is more God presence. Do you notice that? More creative energy presence. More of you are trading in high-paying flying jobs to have something that gives you a bit more peace, a bit more fulfillment, a bit more sense of wellness and well-being, rather than working really hard, exhausting yourselves for money, which you have felt your society have told you you need. And yes, it is your exchange of energy in this reality, but it's how it governs your life and how you value it and how you work with it and how you work with yourselves. So, you all right there, dear Fiona? Yes? Come back. Indeed, it's important to be present and to feel, because what I'm saying is important, you know, for all of you to really feel this. And I know you know what I'm saying, but today is the day that we really, really take this seriously. It's important to your own lives. What are you holding on to? What are you avoiding? What are you afraid of? There is your soul, your higher self that knows the solutions, that has all of the wisdom waiting to tell you and share with you and extend you beyond any limitation you can imagine. But then, of course, there is the personality self, the human self, who doubts itself, that doesn't believe, that is in conflict. And this is the part, dear ones, that creates a lot of your suffering and refuses at times to let go of things. You know, this is where the righteousness comes in. This is where the pride comes in. This is where the need to be right rather than to accept. This is my knowing, and I need to give to myself right now the love and attention, and not look outside for someone else to make me feel better, because as long as I'm doing that, I'm never going to feel what this is within me that's asking for me to turn inward. So the only way out is to go in, inside out. And really important at the moment, dear ones, that we do this. So tonight, I'm going to invite all of you to shift lifetimes or years of suffering and energy and stress and worry that you have, if you are willing to do that, as far as you are willing to go. It is up to you. It is up to you. How much do you want to hold on to your suffering or believe that it is a part of your identity? Sometimes it has been so long that it has become a part of your identity, culturally or within the family or within the society that you're a part of. So I'm going to do a little blessing. Then we're going to go on a journey to do some activation and some healing, and to give you an opportunity to review every part of your lives, my friends. We're going to look at everything: your bank account, your body, your mind, your thoughts, your words, your emotions, your heart, where you live, where you work, your connection to earth, your connection to the universe, your belief in yourself, your doubts, your fears. As far as you have been allowed to expand, what has been the part of you that has gone as far as it can go? Do you notice quite often when you set out to do something, you get to a certain point and then it gets too hard, you come up against the resistance? This might be just eating plan or an exercise plan or a daily practice that you wish to start, that you begin and then it becomes too difficult. And that indeed is the part, beloved one, that's holding on to some kind of belief or idea or fear that you can be successful, fulfilled, and happy. Each one of you were born with a gift. You're gifted individuals, and each one of that gifts is unique. There's not just one, beloved ones. You have many, and they evolve and they grow, as do you. Your mission changes as you grow and you expand. You are very much needed in this planet right now with all of the changes that are happening. So this is an opportunity to be the very best version of your life. What is the best version of you? What would you consider that to be? You know, from where my point is, I would consider that to be your happiness, your well-being, your sense of peace, your sense of clarity, your sense of trust in your journey, your sense of purpose. Many have a list of gifts or gifts of things they want in their lives, but really, dear ones, when it comes down to it, it's about how you want to feel, isn't it? You want to feel that you have a purpose. You want to feel that you have love in your heart. You want to feel that you have love to give. Indeed, my friends. So, invite you to take your bowls of water. I'm going to do a little blessing, and we're going to do again a little cleansing through the energy field, through the auric field. So hold with one hand, put the other hand in, and breathe into your hearts. And I want to invite you to have the intention to release anything that doesn't serve you moving forward in your life now. Any habits that you have, any thoughts, reoccurring thoughts that you have, or judgments that you have about yourself, any beliefs you have about yourself or your life, any fears or doubts that you have, anything that you're holding in your body, in your mind, in your spirit. Hanaka shaliana, o samanaya he, he alahanesha, kusaminacha, sharaninachala, he malashahea, Shuna elaya manaya shelachnesayama mishamanaya sayehala Hula 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 Mashania Khan Husalea Halia Leole Halia Leoye Oye Halia Leole Loia Ole la ye Ole ale ole 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 Machina shale shale Ishaya Iana Iana Ia Haya Haya La Yelo Iana Ena Ena Ea Ana Ena Ea Ani 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 Ore, ore, ana, o, ore. And hold it against your heart, beloved ones. And now from your heart, this water is going to be transformed into purity, purity of thought, purity of word, purity of energy. Blessing this beautiful water to clear your energy, anything that is sitting in your energy field that you have absorbed or you are holding. And we bring with the blessing of my dear friend, Ali, 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 Ali. Thank you, Zan from the Lakota tribe. Take a little bit, dear ones, and just a little bit sprinkle over the top of your head, sprinkled over your face, down over your heart, a little bit on your feet, a little bit on your belly. You don't mind getting a few sprinkles of water around you, and then a sprinkle to the left and a sprinkle to the right, above and below. Indeed. Now we take the candle and to just hold that to your heart for a moment. Ishane, Ishane, Ishaneya, Ishae, Aya, Unai. I honor the light within you. I know that you are love. I know that love is what created you. I know that you came here to experience joy, to be the master creator that you are, to live, to expand, to grow, to contribute through your thoughts, words, and actions, the beautiful light that you are. I honor that light within you. This light will never be extinguished. This light radiates through every little atom and neuron of your soul and your being. As you look into this light, dear ones, may you feel that light always loving you and guiding you. May you always know through the beating of your heart, the sound of your soul, that this light loves you with all of its being. It invites you to wash away the pain and the fear and the sadness that you have felt in your life. To know that you are not bound by thought, not bound by time, that you are free. Ishalachaniana, Oyahe, Oyahe, Oyahe Lana. All right, my friends, so now we're going to go on a little journey. As always, we begin with the breath. Slow, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in, receiving life. Breathing out and giving to life. I'm bringing a beautiful vibration of gold and white into the room for you to draw from. As you breathe into this great radiant light, dear ones, you begin to feel the vibration and the energy pulsating through you. Your being, every little neuron, every little atom is responding to this light, is excited and joyful to see this light, because it means now I can come back into restoration. I can come back into balance. I can come back into a peaceful place. I can come back into clarity. I can come back to inspiration and joy. In your mind's eye, dear ones, I'm going to invite you to visualize an old wooden door between the inner and the outer worlds. When you're ready, we're going to open the door and you're going to find yourself standing in a great desert. We are standing in front of Crazy Horse Mountain, also known as Mount Rushmore. This is a very, very sacred place to the Lakota in Dakota. And they have invited us to join them tonight for their healing process of the giveaway. The giveaway is something that the tribes would know. The time to do this would be ordained by the lining up of the stars and the planets. And even though back in those times there were no phones or computers, their telepathy was very strong and still is. The ability to connect and communicate and to come together from different parts of the countries. If you look to the right, my friends, you may see Zan, who is our guide to this sacred place, and he is the guardian of this land. So we honor the indigenous people of this land, and we give deepest gratitude for the sacredness and the gift for them to allow us to participate in this ceremony, and for them to share with us some of their wisdom and their love. Much of what happens in the tribal consciousness doesn't happen with words. It happens with telepathy and energy. So, dear ones, let go of your mind, let go of your body, let go of your thoughts. And he's going to guide you towards the mountain. We walk on foot. It is starting to become dusk. And as you come towards the mountain, as you look to the right, you will see an enormous tree. It is an unusual tree. This is your sacred giveaway tree. And on this tree, there are many leaves. And they are starting to fall. Some of them are not. There are enormous branches reaching to the heavens. And on each branch is many leaves. And these leaves represent people in your life. They represent thoughts and habits in your life. They represent places in your life. They represent aspects of you and those that are a part of it. You've come here today because you are willingly going to let go of some of these leaves. And there are some that are beginning as little buds, that there's new energy that will come in the future. But for today, there are many that are orange and red and yellow. And these are the leaves that are ready to fall away. These leaves have had their journey. They've had their time. So as we look at the tree, it begins to change form. And it becomes windows into different realms. And you begin to see different parts of your life. First of all, you see your body. But you don't just see your physical body, you see your body as this beautiful temple, this living, breathing, incredible vessel that has processed all the thoughts and emotions and spiritual challenges and changes, and also some of the foods that you've given it that it hasn't needed or wanted. And it's showing you what it doesn't wish to have anymore. It's showing you what it needs and what it wants more of. Showing you things it may wish to let go of. Maybe it's been holding onto energy. Maybe there has been an emotional connection. Really feel your body in this moment, dear ones. You may have been noticing over the weeks or months or years certain foods that you've liked or wanted, you don't feel so good in your body, although you like the thought of them. Maybe it needs more water. Maybe it needs more exercise. Maybe it needs more rest. What are you willing to let go of, dear ones? And what are you doing with love for your body? Find some compassion in your heart for your beloved body, for everything it's been through. And love it with all of your heart. Then you see your home, dear ones. Does it fill you with joy and peace? Is it a creative place? Is it somewhere you feel that you have to be because it's all you can afford or all you think you can afford? Do you feel uplifted when you come home? Does it feel heavy? Are there things to do? Is it time for some changes around the home? Maybe some furniture or pictures or things that need to be given away. Everything in your home, from every picture and every ornament, is energy connected to you. Is there old energy, old pictures of old boyfriends or girlfriends or relationships? Is there old books? They're things that aren't really important now, time to let them go. Clothes that no longer fit, no longer suit. Is it time for some new color? What is in your wardrobe? How long has it been there? Is it time to give some of these things away and make way for new? This isn't about accumulating more things. It's about noticing when something has completed its journey with you. Are there books and things sitting on the shelves that could benefit someone that you're never going to read again? What about your work or where you spend most of your time? Your work is your life, dear ones, and is meant to be an expansion of your love and your creativity, not just a job. Does it bring you joy? Does it bring you fulfillment? Does it bring you a sense of purpose? And dear ones, this can be what you do most of the time for those of you that don't have a particular vocation. What about your value of money? What goes in, what goes out? What do you feel you're worthy of? What you are deserving of? And what do you value in your exchange of giving of the money that you have and what you invest in and what you waste with it? There's no such thing as good luck and bad luck. You are all creating, and you have the entrepreneurial skills within you to be successful and wealthy and healthy in everything. So what limitations do you have? Do you have debt? Is it a reoccurring thing that happens? Do you feel more comfortable in debt than in wealth? These are just questions to ask yourself. What have you noticed in your life? It is only energy. And of course, it's the value that you put upon it. What is in your bank account? What is usually in your bank account? How does that feel? Does that make you feel secure? Does that make you feel successful? Does that make you fill you with dread, dear ones? How do you feel? This is energy. This is an exchange of your energy and how much you are valuing it and what you're valuing it, where it's going, how much energy is going in and how much is going out. Now we come to the big one, dear ones, your relationships, intimate relationships, your partners, your children, your parents. Your close friends, people that you work with, your acquaintances, your bank manager, your lawyer, your accountant, all of these people that are in your lives. Where are things harmonious? Where are things conflicted? Where is there resentment and tension? Where is their frustration? Where is their love? Where is their joy? Where is their peace? Have you outgrown any of your friendships? Is it time to change hairdresser or all of these things may seem small, but they're all about your relations with what you're connecting your vibrations and your energy to. Not because someone's cheaper or better or not, it's about your alignment and how that changes. Indeed. What about your connection to the Creator, to the God self within you? Do you listen to it? Do you feel it? Do you override your awareness? Do you avoid and distract yourself from your own knowing? Do you not trust yourself or value what you know or what you feel, dear ones? What about your connection to Gaia, beloved Mother Earth, that hosts your revolution in this planet, that brings the food that you eat, the water that you drink? How do you value this? What do you give to this? How do you honor this? Are there words of communication? How are you noticing how you speak? Is it time to speak less and listen more? Or is it time to listen less and speak more? How are your thoughts? How much energy do you give each day to the blessings that surround you? And how many are used up on worries, fears, doubts? And how is your beautiful sacred spirit? As you come back and you see yourself standing now in front of the trees, beloved ones, you'll start to notice some of these leaves are falling off the tree now. These are some of the things that you're releasing and letting go out of your life consciously. We never do this to try and get rid of anything, even if it's something that you don't want in your life anymore, or it's not healthy or not serving you. We do it with appreciation and gratitude that in one form or another, we have had a contract, we have had a choice, a decision has been made to make the journey with this thing or person or experience. And whatever we've learned, whether we liked it or not, has been necessary to get us to this point now. So as every leaf falls off the tree, beloved ones, honor that leaf and bless that leaf. Each person you see that is of face on the leaf, each experience that happens, each kilo that falls off. I know some of you were thinking about the body and the weight. Each one, bless that. All of that has been energy that has been holding to protect you and to look out for you and to hold you safe. So honor each leaf, beloved ones. Then there are things that have happened that you haven't wanted to let go of. People you've loved, things that have changed that you feel you've had no power over. They have let go of you, maybe when you weren't ready. Or a job may have ended when you weren't ready for it. Or a home, or... So we honor each leaf as it falls away, and just feel, dear ones, the energy of those leaves falling out of your auric field to the ground. Breathing out each leaf with a gratitude blessing. And now they start to fall very fast, and rather than one or two, now you're getting more confident, now you're more willing, now you are allowing, you're not fighting, you're not resisting, you're accepting even of the things you don't like or want or wish for. You are letting them go, letting go of your illnesses. Nobody wants to create an illness in their body. Yet for some reason it has happened. So we must honor that. And we must love that energy and give it our love and bring it back into balance and bring it back into harmony and bring it back into alignment. Keep breathing, dear ones. How much can you go? How deep can you go? How much more can you release? Some of these things you may have felt you released years ago, and maybe you did a part. Maybe there's more and more and more. Scan your body. Is there any tightness? Is there any resistance? So now, dear ones, I'm going to bring the healing flame of transmutation. As you stand in front of your tree, I now also invite you to surrender anything that you're not aware of that's limiting your grand potential from being happy, healthy, wealthy, aligned, and in your power. Your power is not a force that is strong and pushes through life. Your power is your heart, is your wisdom, is your knowing, is your gift. The greatest qualification you can have, dear ones, is a loving, open heart. And the power of the heart to transmute any negative energy, the fiery furnace of the heart, so powerful. You are so powerful. So I invite you to give it to me, dear ones. I can take it with me. I want you to give me your problems, your fears, your limitations, your distractions, your pain, your stress. Give it to God now, beloveds. Give it to us now. We are bringing the healing flame. I'm holding it high, expanding it to each and every one of your beautiful hearts. Yala nachanea, shachena yala shuhuna, yala hanea, halahanea naela, shumahae, kulashinahe, halamanayeha. Haya mahuna shalakina he samaye hila 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 he mana shukhan selaye Ola manaye shala. take a moment to reflect on all of the things you are releasing, beloved ones, and all of what they have meant to you. And now, beloved ones, as you stand by this tree, I want to invite you to find one thing that you would like to bury and give to the tree. Something from within inside of you. Something you would like to give away. And it's important that what you're giving away, you're doing with love. You're not just trying to get rid of something and push it away. Dear ones, dig deep within your heart and soul. What would you like to plant at the foot of this tree? There's no right or wrong answer to this. It's whatever comes to you right now in this moment. So breathe, my friends. And as I am your witness, dear ones, as we stand before you in this sacred place, I invite you now to make a commitment to yourself in this moment. Put your left hands on your heart, dear ones. Breathe into your heart. Feel the heart pulsating underneath your hand. This is the sound of your soul. Not bound by thought, not bound by time, free to go. I let go of any thoughts or emotions that hold me from my grand potential. Love is what created me, and love is what I am. God is love and love is me. There is no separation. I am a crystal sphere of light, and I can see so clearly the way ahead. I give deepest thanks and honor for the sacred moment of this to experience myself, to release, to receive, to open to the next beautiful phase of my journey. There is nothing I cannot do. There is nothing I cannot be. There is nothing I cannot have. Breathe. As I breathe, I receive. And there is thunder and lightning and the rain, and it pours the ancestors' tears to wash and to cleanse and to heal you, dear ones. The cleansing rains. Washing away all of the energy of the past. I am the moon that caresses your face. I am the stars that call your embrace. I am the wind that blows away your fears. I am the rain that washes away your tears. You hide the key. The key is you. I am you. You are me. You hold the key, so let yourself free. Breathe into your heart, dear ones, and give gratitude for all that you've received. Bless your body for all that it's received. Bless your mind for all it has received. Bless your heart for all it has received. Bless your spirit for all it has received. So as you look at the tree now, dear ones, it looks quite bare. Many of the leaves have blown away, the autumn leaves. And even though it isn't autumn in the Northern Hemisphere, there's always a part of energy within you that is in autumn, that is in the process of release. And this is eternal. It's not bound by a season, but it is a good analogy, metaphor, to see the energy, the archetypal energy of the leaves that represent these parts of you. They have blown away with the wind and with the rain, and you stand here now with the stars, and the night is clear and the moon is clear, and it is very silent and very peaceful. You notice one lone leaf, green leaf, a new leaf that is growing on the tree. And this, beloveds, is the new life, the new phase of your journey that will begin in the months to come. So, giving thanks to Zan and the sacred mountain and the Lakota people of this land, the indigenous caretakers, for allowing us to be in their space and to share with us their love and blessings and energy and prayers. We make our way back towards the old wooden door through the desert. And we give thanks for all we have received. To make your way back through the door, dear ones, back into your room, breathing down into your feet. Remember not to open your eyes too fast, or you'll give yourself a headache. You're aligning these different vibrations and different energies. Slowly breathing back into your body, preparing to open your eyes and to come back into this time and space and reality. So, beloved friends, as always, I invite you to come and join me in the nighttime, where we go and we journey through the spheres of other realms and dimensions, where we can return back to the desert and do some more releasing, but also we can sit around the fire we can reflect those joyful moments and those things that we've learned. And we honor all of the people that have been a part of our journey up to this point. Even the ones that have been the most difficult and challenging have given us a gift of resilience and strength. It has been a great honor to share this time with you as always. I send my love and blessings to each one of your beautiful hearts. And may tomorrow you rise anew. My love to you, my friends.